Hey everybody, Ron here. I got another supplement for Shadowdark. This one is the companion for Shadowdark by Chubby Funster. He recently did a print version of this, so this is the PDF, and we're going to flip through it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts as I go through it. I bought some of this content piecemeal, but I'm glad that he combined a lot of his content into two books. He has a player companion and a GM companion. And if you folks want the GM companion, just let me know, and I will do a flip through of that as well. May the odds ever be in your favor. You can see the writing, design, and layout by Greg Christopher, and has all the legal acknowledgments, which is great. Lots of ancestries, classes to pick from. And the thing that first got my attention for Greg Christopher and stuff is that he did an expansion equipment guide, and I really liked it. And I've been a fan of his ever since. And he has all that equipment stuff too. Expanded background, which is great. And the way that I like to use backgrounds in my Shadowdark games is if the background is relevant, it gives you advantage to your ability check. So I kind of treat it like fate's aspects. And then you have your big list of ancestries. I'm not the biggest fan of lots and lots of ancestries in my like more traditional low fantasy games, but whatever floats your boat. I like the Deep Dwarf personally. You can carry extra 3 gear slots because you know equipment resource management is a big thing in Shadowdark and other old school inspired games. I like how he has all these different ancestries from earlier editions of D&D. I mean, obviously, and then you have your big class chart. There's lots of classes for fans of lots of classes. Once again, I'm a adherent of the KISS philosophy. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't want too many classes because I think that a lot of the stuff that you get with these classes could just be handled through role play. But once again, if you want 20 or 30 classes, whatever floats your boat. I do now. Don't get me wrong. I do like some of the classes, and as a matter of fact, I posted a solo video where I rolled some dice and I decided I'm going to be a ranger. And I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the solo series on YouTube or just doing it on my own. But I am gonna use those stats, and I am gonna play a ranger, archer, assassin, beastmaster, berserker, brigand. I'm just gonna flip through this because it's a long book. This is 114 pages. Druid, people love the druids. For some reason, a generic explorer adventurer class appeals to me. His monk is a priest instead of martial artist, although he has a martial artist or two. A necromancer. I like that little art here. Here we go. Speaking of martial artists, a pugilist. The prize fighters that travel from town to town looking to win a purse in a pit fight or pick up a few coins off an unconscious tough guy started a bar fight. Hey, so if you have been hanging around my channel, you know that I love this wrestling card and dice game called Super Show, and I consider myself a casual fan. I do watch WWE and some of those promotions on TV, but like I I think a pugilist would be a great class if I wanted to play like a pro wrestler type in D&D, or in Shadowdark, as what we're talking about. But Shadowdark is just another flavor of D&D. And there's that ranger. Kelsey has an official ranger, but this is also a viable option as well, and has spells if you like your rangers to cast spells. You know what's funny is that I use a thief in Shadowdark, and I'm running a two-person game called Exile and Thief, but I basically treat so you got the backstab damage. The target is unaware your presence takes an extra die of damage. That's kind of how I treat it. I'm a little bit more liberal with letting the thief get backstab damage. So, actually, may talk. I have my game tonight as I'm recording this, so maybe I'll talk to my thief player and see if he wants to just kind of convert over to rogue, because this is slightly different than the thief in the book. We'll see. And speaking of exile and thief, maybe I said that. Oh, I don't like 20 classes, and here I am flipping through the book, and savage is kind of a thing. The exile is basically a savage, but you see, folks, this is why you go and you get third-party products, because they can be pretty neat to add to your games too. Thug, urchin. I love the different flavors of thief, basically. And Valkyrie. Go forward with Tyr. That's a witch. And now we get to the equipment section of the book. You got all these gemstones. I love the fact that he has all these gemstones, because I struggle as a DM throwing different types of gems into treasure, and this table is a lifesaver. So I can just, because I'm just not very good at coming up with things. I'm like, oh, it's a diamond, it's an amethyst, it's an amber, and that's pretty much it for me. But this is great. And you got gemstones and metals, right? So you got a little description of that. And then you got an expanded weapon table, which is nice. And then you have an expanded armor table, which also is nice. It has some different properties. Then you have a massive adventuring gear table. And you got a description of all of this stuff. Plants and poisons, which is, I think, a nice little addition to any game. And then he has a section here on traps, and then spell catalysts, if you want to add that type of detail to your game. And they add little rules like black pepper. If held while casting restoration, it consumes the item and extends the range far. So it adds a little bonus if you have these catalysts. Exile and Thief is not a game for this, but like maybe in a standard Shadowdark game, I might add this stuff. We'll see. And that is it. This is a fantastic resource to have if you like Shadowdark and you're running your Shadowdark game. I highly recommend it for a player's companion. So, thanks for watching, folks, as always. And until next time, see you later.